Hi everyone, coming to you with our daily devotional from 1 John chapter 3. John has started talking about the love of Christ and how like he laid his life down, we lay ours down too. But then he gets into what that looks like when that love really is present in our life. So if someone has material possessions and sees the brother and sister in need, but closes their heart to them, how can the love of God dwell in them? Little children, let's not love with words or talk, but with action and sincerity. This is how we will know that we belong to the truth and reassure our hearts before Him. Because if our hearts condemn us, God is greater than our hearts and knows all. Loved ones, if our hearts don't condemn us, we have confidence before God. We receive whatever we ask from Him because we keep His commands and do what pleases Him. This is His command, that we trust in the character of His Son, Jesus Christ, and love one another just as He commanded us. The one who keeps His commands dwells in God, and God dwells in them. And this is how we know that God dwells in us, because of the Spirit He's given us. A question that unfortunately seems to come up a lot is whether or not we're really in with God, right? Whether God really loves us, whether God has really forgiven us and has really saved us, right? We can always find, it seems, reasons to doubt our salvation. And what John seems to be saying is actually that's because of our hearts, right? Our hearts are the ones that condemn us. God isn't trying to condemn us. It's just us that do that to ourselves. And so we want to figure out, okay, well, how do we know, right? We can't, sometimes our search for certainty, I think, is misguided, but there is a way that we can reassure ourselves, he says, right? And at first it sounds like you can find it places where it sounds like, well, just follow the commands, right? If you do the right things, then you know God loves you. But that seems to be a trap that of legalism that we all can get stuck in. Ended up in that same place, right? I haven't done enough good things, so God doesn't love me. Instead, we look for the presence of love, right? And John, the command is to love one another as Jesus loved us, right? That we trust in His character, that we live a life as Jesus did and trust in His way of love. That's it, right? And there's a lot of ways that can be carried out in our life. But here John wants to emphasize that it comes out in what we do, right? It's not just a matter of saying the right things or thinking nice things about other people, but if we have ways that we can help, then we find ways to help. And sometimes that is a kind word, right? That can be a powerful thing, as long as it's coming from a place of sincerity, he says, right? That's how we love, with action and sincerity. It's not just words for us, at least I hope not. But we can trust that God loves us, because if you've ever shown any love to someone else, that's you responding to the love God's shown you. And we want that to grow more and more. So how can that love of God grow in your heart today?